Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol niya bidvaro. The ascendancy of the world of creation over the world of formation is not only a matter of the superiority of mind and consciousness over the emotions, it also lies in the fact that the world of creation itself is a higher world, in the sense that various worlds are characterized as higher or lower in relation to the degree of their transparency to the divine light, which is their very light and substance. I will add that higher and lower, we said before, there's no higher or lower in spirituality. It's a term borrowed from our physical world and relation to the physical world that has a different meaning to it. So higher and lower in the sense that the various worlds are characterized as higher or lower in relation to the degree of their transparency to the divine light, which is their very light and substance. As one descends in the system of worlds, materiality becomes even greater. In other words, the beginning of the lower worlds feel their independent existence with greater intensity than beings of the higher. They are more aware of being separate individual selves. And this consciousness of their separate selfdom blocks the divine plenty and at the same time obscures the truly unchanging essence that lurks beneath the individual personality. In short, the lower worlds are the lower the world, the more it is pervaded by a sense of I. And consequently, the more it is subject to the obscuring of the divine essence. It can be said, however, that all of the worlds, and indeed any separate realm of being, exists only by virtue of the fact that God makes himself hidden. For when the divine plenty is manifested in its complete fullness, there is no room for the existence of anything else. A world can exist only as a result of the concealment of its creator. As one descends from higher to lower, each new level of descent as one descends from higher worlds to lower, with each new level of descent, the separateness, the independence of the world from which it became more pronounced, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei besamim. Bergamot. Earl Grey. Oh, where were we? A world can only exist as a result of the concealment from the Creator. As one descends from higher worlds to lower, with each new level of descent, the separateness, the independence of the world from which it becomes more pronounced and emphatic, while the divine plenty becomes more hidden. What? As one descends from higher worlds to lower worlds, with each new level of descent to the separateness, the independence of the world from which it becomes, world from which it descends, I should say, becomes more pronounced and empathic, while the divine plenty becomes more hidden. Now we can keep going. Okay, where were we? Page 7. No, page 8. Sorry, page 9. Hence, the creatures in the world of action may reach, as men often do, a condition in which they are not only unaware of the life-giving divine plenty, but may even repudiate its existence altogether. On the other hand, as one ascends the scale of being, the worlds become even more clear and transparent to the divine plenty. If in our world one needs prophetic insight and an opening of faith to distinguish the divine plenty in all its variety of forms and on all its levels, the higher worlds, everything is more lucid and offers less resistance to the divine plenty. So that in being above the other two worlds of action and formation, the world of creation is also more translucently clear. Its creatures are more fully cognizant of the manner in which their world is constantly being created as one or another manifestation of the divine plenty. At the same time, since the world of creation is still a separate world, a bria is a separate world from the world of formation and action, as the world of creation is still a separate world, its creatures and souls have their own individual selves. They may indeed perceive the divine light, and they may fully accept its dominance in everything. Nevertheless, in feeling themselves separate from the light, they recognize their independent existence, which is to say that even the seraph yearns mightily to approach the divine, for despite its being so far above anything man can grasp, and despite his actually being the embodiment of understanding and higher intelligence, he is aware that his reality is still disconnected from the divine. Sorry. I think I'll stick to the pipe. So. In fact, only beyond the world of creation, in the world of emanation, the highest of worlds, the world of emanation, the highest of worlds, beyond creation, which is in a sense no longer really a world, emanation. In fact, beyond the world of creation and the world of emanation, the highest of worlds, which is in a sense no longer really a world, can one speak of such absolute clarity and transparency that no concealment of any existence whatsoever is possible, and that consequently essences do not exhibit any particular separate self at all. Only in the world of emanation is there no hiding of the revealed divinity by every fence or screen that sets things apart. This is why one may say that the world of emanation is no longer a world, but is itself the Godhead. The world of creation is, for all its excellences and purity, still an independent existence with its own personality. It's I, letter I, as in me, as distinct from the divine being. The difference between the world of emanation and the world of creation is thus greater than between any two other levels. It is the edge of the whole system of independent existence, each one divided from the other by screens, and beyond it is the source of all being, where there are no such screens anymore.